We finally made it to Split Rock. Is it easy to get there? Can we do it without a tour guide? A definite yes. The rock formations on the drive are spectacular. Looking for camels along the way. From Tabuk, put Split Rock into Google Maps. Drive for an hour and a half, then turn left at Sharaf. Drive 15 minutes till you see some camels. Turn left at the mosque and drive 25 minutes on a dirt road. There are so many mega projects under construction in this area that Split Rock will soon become a tourist attraction. You might want to see it before that happens. We were here just 6 weeks ago and we can see that they have made improvements on the roads. Yay! We found some camels grazing and roaming in the valley of Rephidim. And there in the distance, you can see Split Rock. What is Split Rock? It's a great big rock about 60 feet high that probably didn't have a big split in it until Moses struck it almost 3,500 years ago. Moses led about 2 million Israelites out of Egypt and came here to the valley of Rephidim on the way to Mount Sinai. They were camping out in this valley, and they were so hungry and so thirsty and so complaining in this desert. The people who live here now have always believed that this is the rock that Moses hit, and water gushed forth into the Rephidim Valley below to quench the thirst of the Israelites, and maybe some camels too. It's a short 15-minute hike up the hill to the big split in the rock. You can climb right through the middle and hike down the other side with an amazing view of the Rephidim Valley below, and maybe you can see a few camels too. There was also a great big battle out in that valley, and Moses stood on one of the hills out there, and when he held his staff up high in the air, the Israelites were winning the battle. When he let his arms down, they were losing. Joshua led the battle and they won. This is where God fed the Israelites, and he rained down manna from the sky. This manna was like a flaky bread that they found on the ground every morning. The Israelites ate this manna for the next 40 years for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how God took care of them. They still have tents out here, like this modern-day Bedouin tent. After you drive out for 25 minutes, then turn left at the mosque. Next, we drive 30 minutes to these caves that are built right into the side of the mountain. When Moses was 40 years old, he married a girl that used to live here. Her name was Zipporah, and her father's name was Jethro. This is the ancient city of Midian. How long did Moses live here in Midian? He lived here for 40 years until God sent him back to Egypt to lead the Israelites to the promised land. Dennis makes friends wherever he goes. He met an archaeologist, and I'm sure they were talking about all the mega projects under construction in this area. Just down the street, through the very old city, we find a well where Moses met Zipporah, his future wife. It's a short walk to the well, and when you look way down into the well, you can see steps going all the way down. I wonder if anyone ever used those steps to climb down into the well. Nowadays, this is a well without water. Next destination, the Oasis of Elim. There are no signs. Just turn when you see the big pillars. We were just here with our grandkids a few weeks ago.
Look at this wet sand.
Look at that wet sand. And Moses camped out here with the Israelites, where there were 12 wells and 70 palm trees. It only took us one day to see all these sights, but the Israelites wandered around this desert for 40 long years, and their sandals never wore out all those years. And then they went into the promised land. You can see the Gulf of Aqaba off in the distance and faintly see the outline of Egypt on the other side. I love camels. Then it's worth a short drive to the Gulf of Aqaba to collect some seashells. You could take a drive along the beautiful shoreline. Then a bit farther, you can see the beginning of construction of the futuristic smart city called the Line, which is part of the Neom project. I hope you can someday make it to Saudi Arabia to see these amazing biblical sights. Take care and God bless.